All right, we live on everything now.
Cool, we live. What up? We got Facebook, we got Instagram over here. Instagram here. How you guys doing? It's 5 p.m. like we promised. Got my brother here with me. The young mogul. Here, guys, we want to talk to you guys about, how business credit has helped me and Ramel himself, grow our real estate investment businesses. We're super excited for this live event here. I got a lot of great information for y'all. The most important part is that it's not even information, it's real life experiences that has really happened to me, Ramel, and we want to share this with you guys so that you can see the value in credit and, the right networking, so that you're really able to, learn this business and learn this game on how you can 10x your business just by who you know and what you know. So you got the floor, King. Start them off.
Absolutely. So thank you, King. We wanted to put together this live because we get a lot of people on Facebook, Instagram hitting us up, asking us questions on how we've been able to grow our business. And a lot of people in our community, we just don't wake up with thousands of dollars in our bank account. Our parents are not handing down checks of $1 million and all that good stuff. So I made it a mission for myself to teach, train, and mentor and put together a platform to help people get access to money leveraging credit. And credit has always been talked about in a bad way back in the day when people said, no, I'm not messing with credit. Those interest rates are crazy. It's not your money. But listen, it's a beautiful thing to use other people's money for you to make money. And
right.
With my story specifically, I was inspired by credit because credit has saved my life,
right.
Pretty much. I acquired my first brownstone in Brooklyn, 25 years old, with $1.2 million brownstone, and I couldn't have done it without credit. So I saved up some capital, throughout my college years. I was stacking my money, but it still wasn't enough to get me over the hump. And because I learned about credit and mastermind those strategies the right way, I was able to really put together a deal, bring on another capital partner, and acquire my first brownstone, which pretty much put me ahead of the game. So it's all about paying it forward. We take pride in giving out the energy, the game, to inspire, motivate, and help other millennials. And credit has helped us in a major way. So we excited. We're gonna give out the game.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have questions as well at the end. So just stay tuned.
So anybody got any questions as we're going through, just put them in before we leave off this live. We'll promise to answer as many questions as possible. Before we really get started, we kind of just want to let you guys know, the mission that me and Ramel has been on. It's been over a year now, about a year and 2 months now since we met. We put this vision together behind the Young and Wealthy movement. I guess our biggest why is just to inspire millennial business professionals to go out there and go get it. We're living testimonies of this. We're millennials. We started from the bottom. We started with the lack of, resources, information, knowledge, but we were resilient enough to go out there and go get it, and by any means necessary, apply the information that we got. So, about a year ago, me and Ramel met. A year and 2 months ago, we met down in Atlanta. I know a lot of people probably heard our story already. I met him, was really impressed by the way he carried himself, the way he was dressed, had his camera team with him. He was down there to handle business. Found out he was right in the tri-state, right where I'm at, and it instantly sparked off a light bulb for me to be intentional about getting close to this king here. We linked up a week after coming back from Atlanta. We did 3 events in less than 6 weeks. And that kind of started it off. That was my first time really speaking. That was my first time getting into the public speaking space. And I was so motivated and so excited to really go after this. After having a couple business meetings with Jay and the JMA family, they were really pushing and promoting me as being the millennial, literally the millennial hope dealer, and being in between that age group of 17 years old to 33 years old and taking that space. So we had this idea of starting this Young and Wealthy movement, and immediately, once I got this grasped in my head, the first person I could think about was Ramel. I said, you know what? I know I could probably go do this myself, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't bring someone along that fit this model perfectly. So I brought the message to Ramel. I told him, listen, I got this Young and Wealthy movement. I want to bring you on. I want you to ride this shit all the way to the end, and I want this to be something that is ours. And we've been rocking and rolling. Last year, we empowered over 300 millennials on a 5-city tour all through the tri-state. Gained a lot of relationships, a lot of experience. You know, we got a lot of praise for what we're doing, and you know, this is the pregame, this is the preseason of this year's Young and Wealthy Tour. So if you real quick, just give them a little idea of, you know, what cities we might be hitting, you know, what's our theme of the Young and Wealthy Tour for this year.
So Young and Wealthy, our mission is to financially empower all millennials. Like, it's really to be the face of millennial entrepreneurship. And last year we hit with Brooklyn, Manhattan, Newark, New Jersey, Philly. What was the last city? Connecticut. So that was 5 cities that we hit, but this year we plan on expanding. So we're gonna go out to Chicago. We're gonna go out to North Carolina. We're gonna definitely go to Atlanta. We're stretching our network because we want to hit so many cities, and we have a lot of people that reach out to us and say, hey, are we coming out to Dallas? Are we coming out to Baltimore? So we're trying our best,
right,
but look forward to it. Young and Wealthy is a movement not only to financially empower, just to inspire, to see 2 young black kings that motivate each other, that support each other, that's there to push each other to their highest limit and not selfish at all. Right. So King gave me the opportunity to be a part of something that was brought to him, and now we made it even bigger. Right. And I leverage my opportunities and my resources to help him as well. So it's all about bringing the platform together so we can bridge the gap. Right. So this is a spark. Young and Wealthy, a little teaser, we have it coming. I'm excited, but that's pretty much, you know, how this sparked off.
Yes, sir. So we're here, guys. How to leverage business credit to grow your real estate investing business. So obviously, you know, we're firm believers in telling our testimonies. We're not them type of people who are just going to give you scenarios and strategy behind it. We use real life stuff. If it hasn't happened to us, I'm not one to preach it. So everything I teach, I've been through and I've done, and I've known the benefit of it from accomplishing whatever that milestone was. So business credit, business funding was a major component. We're gonna dive deep into that today on how that really helped me and grew my business. So before we get going, everybody, I just need you guys to share this out. If you came out to the Young and Wealthy Tour last year, please throw a thumbs up. Give us a little quick review for other viewers that's watching today, so that, you know, they can be on the lookout for next year's Young and Wealthy Tour. And we're super excited to get going. So you want to hit them with a little intro, or you good?
Yeah, so just for everyone to know, for those of you who do not know me, Ramel Newworlds, also known as the Young Mogul, 26-year-old business professional, entrepreneur, author, and aspiring mogul. I manage, you know, multiple entities, my real estate company, which is Mogul Home Solutions, Mogul Credit Institute, which is my credit repair company. I also founded my nonprofit organization where we go out, we teach, train, and mentor young, promising individuals on financial literacy, entrepreneurship, credit, because somehow this was scraped and erased out of the textbooks in our community growing up. Like, so it's really a mission of mine to go out and continue to help inspire and create other moguls. And, you know, we're going to really dive into the credit game. You know, Mogul Credit Institute is my most recent business venture, and I've been inspiring and helping so many people, and I just want to keep that going. So that's pretty much my intro.
Yes, appreciate that. Yeah. All right, guys, so we're going to get started. Again, I'm Isaac Grace, the Millennial Hope Dealer, aka Young Boston, 26 years young, you know, born and raised in Ocean County, New Jersey. You know, I was adopted through a nonprofit organization similar to what he's doing, a nonprofit organization called No Guns, Just Gloves. And what this program was for at-risk youth. So at this time, I was 16 years old. You know, I didn't have a stable household. I was, you know, getting caught up in the streets, trying to hustle to make a living. And the people that I was living with was on a path to disaster. And I was in the middle of this path to really ruin my life before I ever got it started. And what this program did was a boxing program that seen at-risk youth, literally. I went to this boxing program. I didn't go for a handout. I was okay with my life. I was okay with whatever would have happened to me. But they seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, and they called me out on it. They said, Ike, listen, we don't know what's going on, but we feel like something's going on with you. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on with you. We want to figure out how we can help you. So after, you know, and it was so ironic, a week and a half later to 2 weeks, the house I was living in was raided for a drug investigation. That I was incarcerated. You know, luckily I was out. I got let out on a summons, and at the end of the day, all the charges did get dropped from me thanks to this nonprofit. And at that point, I began to change my life. I told myself at this young age of 16 going on 17 years old, I can't allow anyone or anything to dictate my future. I didn't even have a future yet, and I was already allowing these 22, 23-year-olds to almost ruin my life and take me down a path where, I'm so thankful I never went there. So I got into this organization. Actually, they personally moved me into their house. It was bigger than just the program. I actually became their godchild. They taught me, they took me to get my GED. I was a high school dropout. They took me to get my driver's license. They helped me go get a job, and they really helped me understand what it is to be a young working man. I didn't know anything about working. I didn't even think working was cool, and they helped me mature my mind a lot. I had my first daughter. I had two daughters. I had my first daughter at 19, going on 20 years old, and that was really one of the turning points in my life, because for the first time in my life, I had to understand that it wasn't just about me. I grew up with no father. I didn't really get close to my father until my daughter was born. 19, 20 years into my life, he might have spent a year and a half in between that 20 years around me. So that was one of my biggest things. I did not want the same things that happened to my kids when I had kids. So it really shaped my mind up. Fast forward 2014, in the summertime going into fall, I ran into a YouTube video, 3-time felon turned real estate mogul. It was Big Brother, the king himself, Jay Morrison, teaching us, screaming to us through the camera to wake up. And I literally got the message immediately. I'm an opportunist. So, when I got that message, I seen the opportunity. I seen this king dressed clean, in a Maybach, 3-time felon, chasing something bigger than us, caring so much about his people. I never even cared about my culture at this time. Did not care about black people, didn't even look at life that way. I just looked at we were all people. But as I researched, as I studied, as I learned, I started seeing a gap in our people and every other community. And that sparked my why to go get into real estate. I joined his course that same night after watching many videos. I learned about how to get a secure credit card that night. I learned about the divide by 3 rule. 6 months into that, I got my first approved credit card, $500. 6 months into the Jay Morrison Academy, I got my first wholesale deal done, made $12,500. And the light bulb really went off. I proved to myself that I can go out here, I can be a business professional, high school dropout, and I can still go out here and make money professionally and legally without having to watch over my back or, worried about going to sleep at night. So over that span of 2015, 2016, reality really hit me, because it showed me that entrepreneurship is not a game to play with. So I had to reverse engineer everything. I had to self-develop myself. I had to really understand the business I was in of wholesaling real estate. I did my first deal, but I really didn't know the business I was in. I just got the concepts of it. So 2015 and 16, I invested in mentorship. I changed my lifestyle around a lot. I started eliminating the people I was around. I stopped doing some of the things I was doing, eliminating the women that I was around. And even through that, there was still a lot of adversity, a lot of hurdles, a lot of distractions, even to this day, that I fight through every single day. And I think all of us as entrepreneurs are going to go through this for a lifetime. I'm sure King Jay still goes through this stuff here. P. Diddy, Jay-Z, first hip-hop billionaire. I'm sure he still got temptations, a lot of things that cross his path every single day. And when you step into this lifestyle as a legacy builder, as being the CEO of your last name or of the millennials, then you know that you have to live a life of not just for you. You have to be accountable of you and what other people that follow you are going to think about you. So that was really important for me, because over that 2.5 years, I invested in self-development. I started getting educational books, vocabulary books. I started, working on my speech, my grammar. I started paying attention to what I was wearing and how I was presenting myself. And to top it off, I went out to a mastermind. Actually, I went out to a summit first, a free summit. I joined the program. They gave me a free ticket to the summit. 2016, I went to San Diego, a room full of 400 plus people. Very little my skin color, little to none of them my age. In a room of 400 people, I won this rock star student reward, because I went out there and I played full out. I went to the West Coast and I said, you know what? I'm tired of being Isaac that's known here in New Jersey, here in Lakewood, here in Ocean County that everybody know me for. I'm rebranding myself from this point on. And I went out there and I rebranded myself so much that these millionaires seen me. I stood out over all these people. You got corporate American people in there, successful people, people that was rubbing shoulders with these guys already. and they nominated me as a rock star student. And it wasn't even the reward that I was happy about. It was that a light bulb went off. Not only did they expand my mind, that was my first time experiencing stories of millionaires and all that stuff, but I proved to myself that I really was special and I really was destined for greatness only if I stayed aligned with the path that God has set forth for me. And I came back from this event, I joined this mastermind, Real Estate Worldwide family, Kent Clothier, Sean Terry, Justin Colby, all these great real estate professionals that was doing this business at a high level. They taught me the ins and outs of this business. They taught me statistics. They taught me about marketing. They taught me about negotiating. They taught me to understand the business that I really was in. And at that point, I finally felt comfortable in the business that I was in. 2017, the biggest win of 2017 was my year of my hustle. So I utilized my perfect day strategy that my mentors taught me to really walk into the life that I wanted. And in my perfect day, I really just wanted an office that we're sitting in today. I wanted a team around me. You know, team member here, my company, they just left out the office. But everything that I wanted success. I wanted sellers blowing up our phones. I wanted buyers looking for deals. I wanted everything that we all pray and hope for in this real estate empire. I wanted to own rentals, multifamilies, flip properties. You know, I wanted to be just like my mentors. And I wrote this stuff out on a paper. I voice recorded it, and I would listen to it every single morning as I got up and went to work. Every single morning before I had my office and I was working from my house or stopping at Starbucks. I did it over and over and over until my mind almost believed that I had what I didn't have. Did my first deal with my business partner. He called me up. He told me that he had a property. Long story short, I went in, helped him out. We got the deal. We made $3,500. But being that I was aligned with what I wanted, I seen the opportunity. Brought him on. We became partners. 2 weeks later, we started looking for places. 3-4 weeks later, we had our first office space that we're sitting in right now. We started implementing systems. We started, putting the pedal to the metal and going after it. We did about 7-8 deals in 2017. We had the lack of capital. I was literally fronting our business. We didn't have no capital. I didn't have no credit. I didn't know nothing really about credit at the time. I just had money that I told my partner, if you ride out for me and you believe in my mission, I'll get us to the promised land. And that's really what it was. 2017 was very limited on capital, but we really made it work. 2018 came about. It was the year of the hustle, the year of the pre-takeover. So we were just, we had everything in place and we just 10x'd it. We showed up every single day. We went after it. We was able to do over 30 real estate transactions, generating us over $250,000 in revenue. And it was really an aha moment for me to say, not only am I a business professional, not only can I make a $10,000, $12,000 check, but now I could generate over 6 figures doing this business as a high school dropout, as a failing 10th, 11th grade student, and I could go ahead and learn this trade and actually be good at it. I started knocking down all the barriers that I had in my life, that I wasn't smart enough, that I didn't grow up from the right atmosphere, that, my skin color wouldn't match well in this business, in my market. I overcame all the fears that I had in this business and proved to myself that if I really showed up every single day and I gave it my all, great things can happen. And that's what happened in 2018. Also, on top of that, me and Ramel linked up. We started getting into public speaking. We did the Young and Wealthy tour. A lot of great things happened with that. And the funny thing is, in the beginning of 2018, I still remember about March of 2018, our company was about $12,000 in the hole with me as a private lender for my own company, where I was fronting money for marketing for our company, and we weren't getting any deals done yet. And I say, what? I understand the business. I gotta keep going. And I, $12,000 in the hole. Like, we getting nervous. We getting scared. We starting to second guess. Was it worth it to even put this money out? God's grace, we ended up in April closing 4 deals, made about $26,000, and I was able to get paid back. And since that day, I've never had to put another dollar into this company. This company has been able to feed itself and take care of itself, which is amazing, which is a blessing, to just really see that. And as I've linked up and got closer to Ramel and learned his values, not only did he help my team members get their credit together, but he also helped us get business funded. So in 2019, one of our biggest goals was to get business funding, because in the beginning of this year, not only was I dealing with health issues, but we was $25,000 not in a hole, but we spent all of our capital after paying taxes on marketing. We didn't get any deals from it. So we said, listen, we got to figure out something. We got to figure out how can we can't have a money problem in our business. If we have funding problems, then we're going to have real problems in this business. So, me and Ramel linked up. He explained to us how simple and easy it was to get business funding. I wasn't even a believer in it at first, to be honest with you. The great thing was my partner had a great credit score, so it was a simple, easy process. King was able to get us $72,500 in business funding in March of this year, or February?
It was February.
About February, March time of this year. And since then, guys, we have had so much more comfort at this point. We have, the great thing is that not only are we more comfortable, we're able to make more money when we close deals. So say, for example, if we want to do we get a $10,000 check, and before this business funding, we know we got to put at least 25% of that to the side for marketing to keep up with the pace that we got to do. Then we got 30-40% for taxes. Now we only left with about 25-20% left of the check. And I got a business partner. So, how much money are we really able to take home at that point? So what the business funding, business credit has done for us is it's opened up our options now to have $70,000 in funding, so that we don't have to stress about, how we going to continue our marketing, how we going to get to our next check. We have a marketing game plan that's set forth that we can follow now because of this business funding. And real quick, King, I want to get over here on this board. I just want to talk to them, and I'm going to let Ramel take the floor. Let me just switch chairs. I'm gonna talk to you guys. I just want to show you real quick. Can IG see my board, Keith? I just want to show you guys real quick what I mean, because understand, I always say this, in wholesaling real estate, we're not really in the business of real estate. We're in the business of marketing. So we have to be able to consistently market our brand, our message out there, so that we can keep leads coming in. So real estate is just the product we deal with. Marketing is our game. So if you don't have the capital, at least enough capital to continue to market, then it's going to be really tough to survive in this business. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, you can do this business with no credit or no capital, but today we're talking about how do you scale your business to the next level. In 2014 and 15, I was just wholesaling real estate. Now in 2017, 18, 19, I got a wholesaling business that runs and operates with systems, automation, and consistent marketing. So I want to show you guys what my marketing game plan looked like before business funding, and now what it looks like after business funding. So I'm just going to put BF for business funding. So what a marketing game plan is, it's just really a strategy that you're following for at least 6 months to a year for your marketing and your business. So I'm going to throw up just quick numbers. I know I was doing like direct mail back then, and I was doing bandit signs. And I was sending out about 2,000 postcards a month, about 2016. I was putting out about 100 bandit signs a month. So all in, this was probably costing me, and I was limited on capital. I didn't know the business, and I didn't trust the business, so I wasn't opposed to throw out $5,000-$10,000 of my money, because I didn't know what I was really getting myself into. To send out direct mail, this probably costing me about $1,000 a month. And to do my bandit signs, it probably was costing me another $400. So I was spending about $1,400. I throw another $400 on there, maybe for a list that I was buying and little things like that. I was spending about $1,800 a month in my business. And at this time, 2016, I might have did 6 to 10 deals. So that's about one. If I'm doing a low end, that's one deal every other month. So I was doing one deal every other month. Now we know we can't live off that. We can't grow nothing off that. And it was the lack of what I could put into my business safely without losing everything. So a deal every other month I was doing about 6 to 10 deals. So after business funding, after we got business funding, now we're doing direct mail for DM. We're doing bandit signs. We're doing cold calling. We got RVM systems we're doing. So alone, all these systems cost money, but for direct mail, we're sending out about 10,000 postcards a month. Bandit signs, we're putting out close to about 200 signs. Cold calling, we're dropping over 20,000 calls a month. Voicemail drop, same thing. We're dropping close to $20,000, 20,000 drops a month. This direct mail is costing us about $4K. Bandit signs, we're probably spending about $600 to $800. Cold calling systems, we're probably spending about, I would say maybe $1,500 to $2,000 a month on that. And our ringless voicemail system, we're spending probably about the same thing, $2,000 a month. Also, missed one, we're also doing online marketing, which we spend about $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month. So we got $4,500, $5,500, $6,000, $10,000. So about $10,000. So $10,800 is what we're spending, about $10,800 a month in marketing we're doing now, after business funding. We're doing about, over the last 3 months, we consistently did about 4 deals per month, 4 deals a month, averaging us about 30 to 50K per month. So if I go back real quick, guys, look at the difference here. Before business funding, we were spending $1,800 a month. So if I just did quick math on that, for the year, that's probably close to about 12,000. I'm just going to throw 15K somewhere around. Is that about right?
A little under 20. Probably.
A little under 20. So we spent about 15, 18K for the year. Out of 6 deals, I probably made, maybe 40K, quick numbers, So I did profit, but why wasn't I doing deals every single month? I'm sure we all can answer this. Lack of marketing. We're in the business of marketing. Since business funding, and since we've been, linking with Ramel and working closely, we've been able to ramp up our marketing almost 10 times what we were spending before, and it's bringing us back triple that in just per month. So now we talk about a business. Now this is what we talk about when we talk about scaling your business. I didn't even get into systems and automations. That's not really what this video is about today, but this is what really, scaling your business to the next level is. And I don't care if you're making millions of dollars into your business. You always want to leverage other people's money. Why spend your money on marketing when I can borrow the bank's money and then pay it back on portions and bring more money home for me, or put it into other investments? Outside of that now, with business funding and learning strategies from Ramel, we have options. We can find properties and say, you know what? We got $70,000. All we need is 20 for this private lender. Let's go cash out some of these cards and get $20,000 in capital to invest in this multi-family or this 4-family that'll be a 6-figure payday in 5 to 10 years from now. So it's really, it's really mind-blowing just thinking about this. And the funny thing is we got 72,000, but we could have kept going. And now we know, when we get to that next level, as we continue to grow our businesses and step into, more endeavors, we still know that we can always go back and probably get another 100,000 or another 70,000 and really open us up so that, we don't have money problems. We've solved money problems because we have strategy. We've solved strategy problems there. So, guys, I just want you to see that difference, understanding as wholesalers in real estate, we are in the business of marketing. Yes, you can do real estate wholesaling with no money and no cash. Yes, you can do that. But more importantly, if you want a business that you can feed your family, that you can get into the next levels of real estate investing, you're going to need some type of support. Business funding is going to be the key for that there, guys. So I just showed you that real quick on how that has really changed our business. We're on a pace this year to do over $600,000 in revenue. So that'll almost triple what we did last year. Without no business funding, we did that. We did that off of just straight closing checks and keeping all the money in-house, taking home a couple dollars to feed our families, and spending it all back into marketing. So this year here, we want to figure out how can we take more money out of the business, put it into other investments, and pay back these cards as limited as possible while staying compliant, which he's going to get into a lot of the nitty gritty with business funding there. But I just wanted to, talk to you guys about that real quick. I'm going to give the floor back to my bro and let him school you guys on the value of this game here. If you got any questions pertaining to this, just throw them up there and then we'll answer questions for you guys in a few minutes. I need some hearts. I need some thumbs up. I need some love. If this is valuable for you at the moment, show us some love. Let us know what you guys are thinking.
Yeah, I need y'all to throw up that fist for King Isaac.
Yes.
He just gave y'all the game. Just watching him right now, that inspired me just to hear how we was able to help him out, get him funding, and now his business is, he's 10x in his business. But there's a few things that you said that I want to kind of follow on. So you said opportunity, fear, and marketing.
Yes.
So those are the 3 things that I want everybody to follow, and I'm going to touch on that. So, I didn't go into too much detail about my background, but like my why is opportunity. So growing up, I played basketball, got cut from the team. I started rapping.
I see why he got cut from the team. I see some IG videos. I told him, real estate is your business. Real estate is credit.
That's a fact, man. I was like, I love ball, but I wasn't the fastest point guard. Right. People was running circles around me. So I'm like, damn, what I'm going to do next, man? Then I start rapping on YouTube. Nobody subscribing. It's not lit. I'm like, damn, like, God ain't blessed me with no talent. Like, damn, what's my calling, right? And then I felt like I need to really go into entrepreneurship because being an entrepreneur gives me the opportunity or gives me the position to provide opportunity to my community. And being able to put together a Mogul Credit Institute, a credit repair company, I provide an opportunity for King Isaac. So everybody needs to be able to leverage credit because that's a vehicle that creates opportunity. We all crying broke. We all say we don't have money. We all say we're limited, but you have the opportunity to use your credit as the vehicle, but use it responsibly. Do not use your credit to go out and buy designer clothes and go out and buy liabilities, things that's going to take away money from you. You want to leverage our credit to go out and purchase assets that's going to bring us a return on our investment. I always promote strategically leveraging your credit vehicle. And this is why, it's so important because we're providing opportunity, and then it goes to fear. A lot of people have this fear of success. A lot of people have this fear of leveraging their credit. Oh, I got a 700 or 800 credit score. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to max out, my business cards because I'm...
And real quick, not to cut you off, and I'm happy that he said that because he's going to get into the process here. But the good thing was my partner had like a 770, 750 credit score when I met him. But he would never use his credit score. And I'm telling him, like, yo, we could go get business file. I was just talking to Ramel. He like... as we started going, he like, yo, it's messing up my credit. I say, yo, he always say, what you gonna die with that credit score? Like, beat that credit score up. Like, we got $80,000 in funding now. I don't care what it is at this point. We've leveraged credit, and now we got capital, and credit can always be rebuilt and restored. So I hear this all the time. Just because you got a 700 credit score, if you're not using it strategically, it don't mean nothing.
I see everybody promote, I'm in the 800 club. All right, now what? You die, you're not gonna pass that down to your kid or a family member. So it's about leveraging it. Your credit score is just a number. So don't even worry about that. Credit can always be repaired, rebuilt, restored. Always, no matter what. And that's what we promote. So I just want everybody throughout this live to start to gain that confidence of overcoming that fear of using your credit. And even if you do use your credit and now you're behind on payments, it's just debt. You don't have nobody running down on your door with, trying to, listen, you don't have that. There's people that's in the streets every day. People in the streets every day risking their life, selling dimes, moving packs and everything, and you got to worry about people that's coming for you. But you don't want to go out and leverage your credit, and what? If you do leverage your credit, you don't have nobody that's on your neck ready to take your life.
You got a student loan. Most of us went and got a student loan.
Exactly.
We ain't paying that back. That ain't up on our priority. So what's the worst that can happen? And you got us here telling you that if you get it for the right reasons, then we didn't get business funding because we want $80,000, $70,000 in business funding. We did it because we needed it for our company, and that's exactly where it goes to. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. So opportunity and fear. Let's focus on that, right? And then the next topic is what you focus on is marketing, because we are in the business of marketing. You have to put yourself out there, and when you have limited resources, you are capping yourself to where the point you cannot get out there, right? If you have a product or service, if you want to get into real estate, it's all about putting yourself out there. So we leverage real estate we leverage credit to put yourself out there, all right? So I'm going to go into different types of credit because there's all different types of credit that we can leverage, because I run into a lot of people. I run into a lot of people, right? And they say, oh, I got bad credit. All right, what about your aunt? What about your cousin? What about your dad? What about your sister? Do they have good credit? Bring the whole family in. Let's have a meeting. Let's see who has the best credit score, and let's use them to go get $100,000 in business funding, so we can start a business for the entire family and start feeding everybody. It's not just about you. Think about who can you leverage. So I'm gonna go into family credit. All right. Like I said, if you are, let's say you went to college, like most people, took out a bunch of debt, you owe $60,000, you missed a few payments because you didn't get a job straight out of college, and now, your credit score is pretty low. Do not get discouraged. Like I said earlier, credit can always be repaired, rebuilt, and restored. You come to Mobile Credit Institute, we do credit repair. So derogatory marks, inquiries, collections, we can get those removed. But while you're in the process of repairing your credit, you may have a sibling, you may have a significant other that has a 750 credit score, right?
Just like my story. Business partner.
This is King's story. You had a business partner, 750 credit score. They partners on a business. So what you do is you get your, let's just say you straight out of college and you have a sibling with a 750 credit score. You create an LLC, and both of these individuals get on that LLC on an operating agreement and become partners. Now you leverage this person's credit to get access to $100,000, just throwing a number out there. So this person, which is your sibling, is getting $100,000 while you're repairing your credit. Once your credit is repaired in 3 to 6 months, you now go back to the drawing board too, and you get $100,000. And now together, y'all both have $200,000. What's the problem now? We say we don't have money. We say we don't have the resources to go out and buy property. We don't have the resources to invest in our business. I'm giving you the blueprint right now. This is it. King used it. King used it. He's taking his business to the next level. So that's family credit. All right? I'm using up a whole space.
No, you good. You good.
But the next thing is personal credit. This is extremely important because a lot of us, we think that we could just screw up our personal credit, max out cards, and then run away. That's not the game. At the end of the day, it's that we need to make sure that our personal credit is in position before we go for business credit. When you apply for business credit, when you're a small business that's under two years that you've been in business, they're gonna require a PG, which is what we call a personal guarantor. The reason being is back in the day, a lot of people would take out loans for their business, max out on the debt, close down the business, and leave. And then now the banks are stuck with that debt, and now the banks don't want to lose their money. So now they require a lot of small businesses to co-sign for their business as a personal guarantor. But in order for you to become a strong personal guarantor, you have to become bank compliant from a personal credit standpoint. And in order to become bank compliant, your credit utilization. This is 30% of your credit profile. This is a big component of your credit. If you are maxing out your personal cards, the banks are not going to give you any money for your business. You're maxing out your personal. So you want to make sure that your credit utilization from a personal standpoint is under 30% utilization. That's key. This is part of becoming bank compliant. The next component is inquiries. So I get a ton of people that hit me up and say, hey, King, I applied for business funding and I only got $2,000 or I didn't get approved. All right, well, let's look at your credit profile. You have 20 inquiries on your credit. This is why you're not getting approved. No bank is gonna give you money when they see that you've been going everywhere trying to get money. Why are you so desperate? Let's become bank compliant. However, we can get those removed. If you have 15, 20, 30, 100, 200 inquiries, invest in credit repair. We can get those removed. But this is something that we want to make sure we can focus on. The next thing is negative accounts. All right, or collections. If you have negative accounts or collections, you want to get those removed. Do not settle and pay up. I had a conversation yesterday with a client. I went to a client's house and we sat down. And I was going through his credit, and he was telling me that he's about to settle out with a collection company. And I told him, no, do not settle out with the collection company. The collection company is a business. Everybody's in a business to make money. So they will Let's just say you have a bill with Verizon. Say this is Verizon. You owe them $300, right? Verizon is gonna sell your debt of $300 to a collection agency for pennies on the dollar. They're probably for this $300 debt, they're probably gonna pay $15 for it. And then they're gonna hassle you, call you a million times to get this $300. You're gonna settle because you're scared and you see these threatening letters, and then they're gonna make a fortune. This is a full business. This is what the collection companies do. So you wanna do not pay collection, and when you do pay them, it stays on your credit as well. So you wanna be mindful and make sure that we get a deletion letter. All right, so your utilization needs to be right. No limited inquiries, no negative accounts. What else? Payment history. That's also important. This is the biggest factor. Honestly, this is the biggest factor, which is 35% of your score. Business credit is evaluated differently from personal credit, which is why I like it. Because you can max out your business credit cards and you won't get hit with all the penalties like a personal credit card. The biggest thing from a business credit standpoint, they want to see that you are making your payments. So if you cannot keep up with your payments personally, there's no way you're going to get approved for a business credit card, because that is the biggest factor from a business standpoint, all right? Now, this is also a sleeper that a lot of people don't realize, which is, it's called SIC code. Every business has an SIC code, it's Standard Industrial Classification. Standard Industrial Classification. So you want to be mindful of which business you're entering. So I tell a lot of clients that come to me and they have investments in their name, they have capital, they have funding in their business name. When you go to the banks, they're going to deny you. Nine times out of 10, they're going to deny you because those are risky businesses. So be mindful when you're creating your LLC to have, maybe solutions, management, enterprise, those type of names. Do not put investment or capital, anything with money inside of your business name. We want to stay away from that. And you also want to do your research and find out when you create your business, what classification is that business under. All right? So this is your personal credit. Now we're gonna go into business. All right? Is this board forward?
It's just weak.
My bad. All right. Now, when we go for business funding, you need to have your business to be compliant. You can't. No bank is going to give money to a rinky-dink business, right? They're not going to just throw money out the window. So it's the simple things. You need to have a website. There's so many people that have businesses but don't have a website. It doesn't make sense. That's like going into a job interview and do not bring a resume. If you have a business and you go out and you promote yourself, the first thing people want to do is look you up online. Hey, what's your website? I want to see, your presentation. That's how you represent yourself. If you're going to go to a job interview, you're going to wear a suit and a tie. You're not going to go in there with a hoodie and some construction Timbs. So that's the first step when you want to get business funding. Have a website, a business email, a business phone number. This is important. And if you're running a business, these are the things you should have. And I'm not, trying to knock anybody. This is all just for information. We need to know these things because a lot of us, they come to me and they want business funding, but it's the simple things that we need to do to become bank compliant. So, get your business set up with the yellow pages. This is legitimate. This is how you legitimize your business. All right? So we have a website, business email, business phone, business address. You can invest in a virtual office. See, a lot of us don't have a ton of money. Virtual office, yeah. A lot of us do not have a ton of money to go out and get an office, a physical office, because it costs money for rent, right? But you can go and get a virtual office, $100 a month, and you'll have an address. You'll have a suite that you can use anytime you want to have a meeting. You'll be able to get that suite. They get your documents, but this is how you show the banks that you're a legitimate business. When you submit for funding, the banks are going to do a review. And when they review your business, These are the things that they're looking for. All right. So this is how we become bank compliant. So I'm gonna give y'all an example of how we can leverage business credit as a group. So let's say you have a group of your friends, right? And all of y'all have different services or different skills and different things that you want to get into. So you have 5 people. I'm not an artist, so don't even. So we have 5 people. All of us know 5 people. When we go to the club, we deep. We get in the section. Everybody putting up money for the bottles. Let's keep that same mindset. Let's put this towards getting some business funding. So you get 5 people. Each of us get an LLC. 5 people get an LLC. When you build your LLC, you make sure that you get credit repaired, get your credit repaired, become bank compliant, get a website, all of the things that I discussed. You become bank compliant. Each of you have an LLC. You get access to $250. You get access to $250. This person gets access to $250. And this person gets access to $250. That's 5 people right there. How much is that right there?
$750.
That's more.
No,
that's
1
5.
point.
That's like 1.2, something like that. No, that's. That's
Yeah,
500.
1.250.
Yeah, 1.250. Yeah, cool.
1.2.
Yeah, 1.25. 100, 500, a million. Yeah, 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, 5 people that you know, if you come to the table and be like, listen, let's put this together. Let's all repair our credit. Let's all invest in getting a business. Let's make sure that we're bank compliant, and let's go get access to business credit. You can create $1.2 million in business credit. That's a no-brainer. That's a win. What can you do with 1.2 million? That's a complex. That's an apartment building. That's assets right there.
Right.
This is the strategies. If we really want to gain financial freedom, we really want to create wealth, we have to leverage our credit because we're not born with millions of dollars. All right? So this is what I have right here. We're gonna open up the floor for questions. You want to tap on anything for that?
And real quick, even to really play this to a whole another level, you want to talk about generational wealth. I kind of see family credit with this as he broke this down. The great thing is you got 1.25 million. You can go and find 5 apartment complexes that you could put $250,000 down and go get more credit with this. So instead of taking that 1.25 and go get 1 complex, now you're talking about 5 complexes with an average of 100 doors. Now we're talking about 500 doors. Now we're talking about generational wealth.
That's a fact.
Now we're talking about this being able to take care of your family for generations to come. And real quick, I had this in my head. I want to speak about this. What you were saying. We talked about fear, the lack of not knowing, and just I talked to you the other day. I was working with one of my coaching clients, and I told her, she's about to get her business started. She's a full-time accountant at the moment. And I said, listen, I want you to speak with, a good friend of mine, my partner. He's really good with credit. I think, because her issue was she wanted to know how much money is she going to need to put into her business, monthly. So I said, listen, let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on getting you funding right now. Because we know that even if you can afford to put $1,000 a month in your business for the next 6 months, $6,000 is a lot of money when you're doing this business. Yeah. Because you got a lot of growing pains, you got a lot of mistakes you're gonna make, you got a lot of missed opportunities. So instead of throwing away our $6,000, I don't want to say throwing away, but instead of throwing away our $6,000, why not put a quarter of that into getting compliant with our personal credit, then freeing us up to $40,000, $50,000. So I seen this vision for her. I put them in contact, and she literally called me the next day and she said, Isaac, you know what? I was kind of thinking about it. I spoke with Ramel a little bit, and I already know what my credit looks like. I got a student loan on it that I'm paying, but honestly, no disrespect, but I feel like it's probably not even worth it to go through this with him. So I said, you know what? I said, listen, trust me, and trust that your opinion, you don't know nothing. No disrespect, but understand that you're new in this business. You don't know nothing. It's a free consultation, and just go see. I'd rather us know than assume. King J teaches, assume nothing, verify everything. So what happened was, she said, okay, I'm going to trust you. She went and sat and talked with him. He called me the next morning like, yo, she got over 700 credit score.
She's like a 750.
She had a 750 FICO score, and he said that she was probably going to be one of his easiest clients to get compliant. So I called her back and I explained to her that, and the great thing was that as an entrepreneur, you need moments like this, because I was there. I had fear. I said, oh, they not going to treat me serious because I'm a high school dropout and I'm black and I'm young. My first deal, a white guy helped me, walked me through the entire deal, paid me $12,500 and literally walked me through the deal. So I'm happy that happened to her, because now she's able to overcome, and now she's going to start second guessing her subconscious thoughts. We all got them subconscious thoughts to think we can't. So that's one milestone for her to say, you know what? Last time I thought something, I actually got proved wrong. So let me stop thinking this way. Let me go verify first. I'm always about that. What marketing strategies are best? What is this best? I don't care about nothing no one teaches me. Until my strategy shows me on paper and numbers that it don't work, that's when I'm going to look into trying something new. So, guys, don't assume. Stop assuming stuff. Go get with the professionals. King J. Morris always teaches us. Be an expert at hiring experts. And I call Ramel all the time. Yo, Ramel, I gotta get my credit right. Yo, I just got a car. Yo, they tore me up. I don't even gotta sweat it. I just go to him. This is my credit expert right here. I don't need to go try to, go become a credit professional, because I got him. I leverage the relationship. Put money in his pocket, and I know what I want out of it. I give him what he wants. It's a working relationship. So guys, in your real estate wholesale business, you don't hear a lot of real estate investors or gurus teach you about this, but get a credit expert on your team. I honestly don't hear no experts. Any course I've ever took and never taught me about getting funded for my business. So it's going to be very important. You got them right here. We got them on live. I'm the Millennial Hope Dealer. What's access to me could be access to you guys. Again, I know he walked through the game. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more tedious than that. Look into him, hit him up. He can give you all the game. Don't try to be an expert at everything. Your job is not to figure out how to do this and go get your own funding. Your job is to leverage and do what I'm good at real estate investing. I'm good at wholesale. I'm good at negotiating. I'm good at marketing. I'm not good at credit and compliance and all of that. I allow him to handle that so that I can focus on what I'm good at, and he gets me what I want, he gets what he wants, and we all win at the end of the day. So, do we got anything else? We going to take questions now?
Yeah, let's go into questions.
What time is it? 54?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We did that perfect. All right, so do we got any questions? We got IG here. We got Ramel Facebook. We got Ramel Instagram. We got my Facebook here. If we got any questions, guys, shoot, I see you, Ruler, up there, big bro. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Ruler's a licensed real estate agent. Come get with me, man. I can show you in the business of marketing just like me. You got to get in touch with this business funding. You don't need to use your money to get these sellers to call you. Use other people's money to get your phones to ring. Leverage other people's money so that you can get more deals done. And you pay them back on your time strategically, but you pay them back on your time so that you can make more money, or you can put more jar in your capital to grow it into more money there. So, questions?
It's the time is now, kings and queens. Drop them questions.
You heard what I said. Facebook over. We're gonna get to y'all in a few seconds.
Mel, how much do you charge for credit repair?
So it varies.
Let's get into that. Listen, we're gonna leave our Instagrams and everything available if you want to throw them up there. Give them. You got a business line or something that they can get direct contact with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could drop it on the Instagram.
Right. So tag it in there. What do you want? A phone number or a website?
Nah, email.
Email.
Yeah, info@mogulhomesolutions.com.
Tag his email in there, and you guys can holler at him. Like you said, it all varies, So we don't want to throw a number out there, and you're not really, it's all about checking your chessboard out.
Yeah. Info@mogulhomesolutions.com.
All right.
What other questions?
Do you create your own wholesale contracts?
Not really. No, I hire an expert to do it. Expert at hiring experts.
I think something here, right here. What's that?
It says, do you feel it's easier to build a legacy with the team? With the team, absolutely.
Oh,
Look, we a team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Young and wealthy, this live would not be the same if I wasn't on it or if he wasn't on it. He's an expert in his field. I'm an expert in his field. Together, it's a legacy being built. You know, as millennials, our job is to cut this gap for y'all. You know, bridge this gap. Check over here real quick, too,
Okay.
on Facebook.
When paying your credit back after buying something, do you pay it back immediately or in increments?
You pay it back in increments. So that's 35% of your score, which is your payment history. So you want to space that out over time.
Right,
you
right.
You pay it back all at once.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of credit. That's the reason why I love business credit cards, because it's revolving. You don't have that, responsibility. You can pay it off at once, but if you can leverage your money and put it elsewhere to continue to bring in more revenue,
right,
and pay that as you go.
Let me jump in the seat real quick. So I want to give you guys, just like you said, we gave you guys some free game, but obviously for our serious, professionals, maybe our newbie wholesalers looking to take their business to the next level. I'm sure some of you guys know, I am affiliated with Jay Morrison and the Jay Morrison Academy as the JMA Wholesale Mastery Coach. So literally everything we're talking about right here, I take my students, my clients, my partners through this process because literally I want to cut this learning curve. I don't want it to take you guys 3 to 4 years like it took me. I've been in the business for a while, but I've only been winning for a little bit. And I'm still not where I want to be. So my job as a mentor, as a coach, is to cut your learning curve in half and save you guys thousands and thousands of dollars that I've wasted, trying to get out here and do it all by myself. I always had King J, behind me, but until I really looked into strategic mentorship, paid mentorship, is when I really started changing. The future of my business. So, we got one-on-one mentorship with me. 6 months, you'll get access to our newly dropped Wholesale Mastery program that gives you over 13 video lectures of everything that you need in this business. You'll also get access to me as an entrepreneur, my mindset, all the hacks that I've been hacked on and trained and taught, teach you how to master the perfect day, get access to professionals that I work close with to help you get access to these opportunities here. And you have, we do weekly, we do monthly, we'll do a monthly strategy call. So again, when I was telling you guys about that situation with the queen, that was on our strategy call there. So I gave her a strategy that enlightened her on our first monthly call. So now she's looking at her business a whole different way. We do weekly group coaching calls. And at the end of the day, I always preach, once you invest in us, once you invest in the Jay Morrison Academy, you're in for a lifetime. If you do your part, and I know you're serious, you have access to me, without abusing your privileges, for a lifetime. So if you got a little, outside of, your mentorship, we become close, you got access to me, for partnership opportunities, referring you, you may want to go get an apartment complex. We got the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. I'm able to, alley-oop you right into, the moving components with that. So investing in us gives you a lot of opportunities, guys. This is a 6-month course, and this is a $6,000 investment. Now, a lot of people may say, that's a lot of money. Now, if you link up with us, if you link up with Ramel, you could get access to that immediately. You can do it 2 ways. You can either go waste $6,000 and then come back to a mentor, or you could put the money up now and avoid as many mistakes as possible. Guys, I spent for that mastermind I told you I went out to, $12,000 plus another $3,000 for the systems. I invested in Jay last year, $17,500 for one-on-one mentorship. This year I've invested into another mastermind, $22,500. Guys, you gotta invest in yourself. Every single year you should be trying to develop yourself. Every single year you should be trying to become better. So whether I'm your mentor or Ramel's your mentor or you go get Joe Blow from Delaware, go find a mentor. Go find someone that's relatable to you, that got proven track record, that's affordable to you, and that is somebody that you really can see helping you grow your legacy. So this is our one-on-one mentorship right here. We also have the Wholesale Mastery group coaching, which is pretty much similar to the one-on-one with just a little less perks. You get access to video lectures, the same new video lectures we drop. We do weekly group coaching calls. It's a 6-month course again. We will, you get access to vendors, and I missed out on